Hi Leo, welcome back to my channel. So I'm going to be doing a reading for you guys for April 2019. Right, so we are in Aries season now, so hopefully you guys were feeling a bit of a fresh start. Maybe you felt a little bit of renewed energy. Mercury is now out of retrograde. We are still kind of in the shadow period of that, but hopefully you guys won't be having any more problems with technology or difficulty with communication. You might have missed some meetings or appointments, or you might have felt like people from the past or emotions were kind of coming back. There was a super moon in Libra that brought us into Aries season. Excuse me. So this would have really like illuminated our emotions. Yeah, you might have felt some emotions kind of coming to the surface. Right, but there's also this, okay. There's also this pull to kind of look forward and think about what we want in the future. So yeah, hopefully you guys are feeling more motivated. There's a new moon in Aries on the 5th. And then there's another full moon in Libra closing off Aries season on the 19th. And then on the 20th, we'll be moving into Taurus season. Okay. So right off the bat, it's really looking like a lot of ups and downs for you guys. It seems to be really short periods. It could even be kind of like on a day-to-day basis, right? Just kind of like some good days, some bad days. It definitely kind of seems like, you know, with that Mercury retrograde, maybe this is things like you kind of left behind in Pisces season. It seems like you really walked away from something because you were really ready to open yourself up to new things, right? This is new abundance. Ace of Pentacles, the universe giving you kind of like new opportunities to really reap rewards. And yeah, you're really striving to get to that 10 of Pentacles place. The 5 of Cups, right? So this is still a little bit of like sadness, maybe still a little bit focusing on the past. Mercury retrograde will definitely do that to everyone. King of Swords. So it seems like you're handling it pretty well. It seems like you're trying to handle it very logically, which is good, right? Because it seems like logically when you look at the situation, no matter how you might feel about the emotions you have attached to it, when you look at it logically, you see that, you know, maybe everything about this sort of past situation wasn't super healthy, right? With that 7 of Swords energy, someone could have been manipulating you. 9 of Wands, it really seems like they kind of put you through a lot. You might feel like you've gone through a battle. But the point is, you know, Queen of Wands, you kind of came out of it, right? You survived. And that's really all that matters. Okay, this is great. So, Wheel of Fortune, right? Now things are changing, things are moving, and things are kind of starting to happen that are showing you, you know, the good possibilities, right? It kind of seems like you guys actually might have gone through like a really, you know, kind of rough time. You might have been experiencing a lot of loneliness, but it does kind of feel like your life is kind of picking back up, and like there's a lot of warmth coming back into your life. I don't know if that's coming like from you guys internally or maybe just like other people in your life. It seems to be like a little bit of a mixture of both. The Empress though, you guys need to like give yourself credit for how you kind of pulled yourself out of, you know, maybe a little bit of like a hard place, right? 10 of Wands, putting down the burden. It's not always easy to do that, but you guys totally just kind of like picked yourself up and, you know, you saw that there was potential for more. Okay, the Lovers. Two of Wands. Okay, so the Lovers can be seen as a decision, so that's what I was kind of asking about. And with the Two of Wands, it's definitely saying that yes, it is a decision. So either you guys will be making a decision in April, or maybe, you know, it's just kind of saying that you have more power than you think in terms of choices, right? You chose to pull yourself out of that place and kind of change your mindset. And sometimes that's all it is, right? Sometimes it's just that choice of like, I am going to like have a good day today, or like I am going to look at this positively, or, you know, looking at a silver lining. Page of Swords to me very much says, you know, kind of look for the silver lining. I think that's totally what you've been doing. Page of Swords, so you might have, you might be having to make a decision about a person that is not necessarily fully in your life. It kind of seems to me more like they are on the outside. Four of Cups, yeah, it doesn't seem to me like you have a lot of communication with this person necessarily. It's more so an emotional connection, right? It's more so you can kind of, you can maybe feel these person's emotions, or you feel kind of connected to them emotionally still. You feel like you can still reach them emotionally, but they might not even be like physically in your life, or you might not be communicating with them. It's more so about you kind of making a decision about whether or not you want this person in your life still. So this actually flashed up while I was shuffling for you guys, the Strength card. You know, that's you guys, and it is saying that you guys do have the strength to, you know, change your life for the better. Five of Pentacles. Okay, so it does seem like you do need to be making some decisions about who you want in your life. You know, oftentimes when we go through periods of loneliness, it might be because we're going through a period where we're kind of seeing, you know, when we take a step back, who takes a step forward to meet us, who reaches out to us when we kind of retreat into ourselves, and who doesn't, right? You need to kind of evaluate who is making an effort to be in your life. Maybe there were certain people who, pardon me, when you were going through this sort of tough time, maybe there was people that, you know, showed to you that maybe they didn't care as much as you thought. Maybe you were kind of giving more in, I feel like it's friendship, giving more in a friendship or maybe a relationship. But yeah, you had to make some final judgment. You're going to have to make some final judgment calls on these people, right? There is going to be people that, you know, are going to be better off removed from your life. As harsh as that may sound, it really feels like you are going to be making those tough decisions to leave people out in the cold, right? Because you have the strength to do that. I feel like you've just come out the other side, and now you guys are like, you know what, like, I've just been through the ringer, like, I'm no more bullshit, basically. You guys are just like, this is what's best for me, this is what I have to do, and this is what I'm choosing. Okay, so you guys actually had 3 10s come out. You had 10 of Pentacles, Wands, and then the Wheel of Fortune. And now here we are with the Ace of Cups, right? So this is your fresh start. This is what, you know, you already have begun to kind of remove things from your life in order to make space for better things. And I feel like now that you kind of have gotten like a taste of that and kind of experienced what it's like to do that, you are like, okay, I'm ready to move on to those other areas of my life where I need to do the same thing, right? What am I getting rid of? What am I keeping? You know, you're doing a spring cleaning of your life, right? It might actually be helpful for you to do this in your physical space too, right? Going through like your old clothes, seeing what you want to get rid of, decluttering. Maybe you want to do that Netflix series with Marie Kondo, whatever works for you. But this Ace of Cups, it's really wonderful. You're really getting that fresh start. Ace of Cups, I also think there's potential for new love here. I feel like you kind of have needed to wrap up a past situation. Maybe you kind of had to deal with some issues with friends or family first. And it's kind of saying like maybe towards the end of April, maybe going into Taurus season, you're going to be feeling maybe ready for some new love, right? But it's just going to depend on whether or not the conflict has settled, whether or not the dust has settled, right? You have to kind of evaluate where you are. But with the Ace of Cups, it is saying like there is the potential for new love here. Okay. And we're just going to stop it there with the Hanged Man and the Sun. So that's really beautiful. You are gaining a new perspective, right? You're kind of being renewed in terms of love. You have a new sense of what you want. You've made those changes in your life. And now there's so much happiness that's coming in. You know, with the Sun and the Hanged Man literally has like a halo around his head, right? And then the Sun, they have like the flower crown and then the sun shining in the background. I really just see you guys, you know, in that very Leo way. You guys are just shining, like sunbeams coming out of your face because you're so happy and you have all this positive energy. So you guys, this is looking really good. I'm so excited for you. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this reading, and I will see you guys in the mid-monthlies. Okay, bye-bye.